hell yeah, we're back for episode 2. We had a little bit of a glitch in the time continuum while I picked up my backpack. And yeah, I'm ready to go. It does not attach to my back all the way. It's not a strapped one. There is a strapped version of it. I actually opted for this one, and that's only because I know when I throw on a bunch of pieces of heavy armor, it's going to look funny. So I don't want too many straps. So let's get a move on. Episode 2. I'm not going to remember the episodes in the future. There's no way I'll remember which one I'm on, but... yeah, I'll take that fan. The better destroyed vehicle. The better ground graphics. Less fog and grayed out area. It's just, this game is going to look... I think it looks great already, but it's going to look so good in a year or so when the modders have really gotten their hands on all the 2K tech or 4K textures. Let's look at the water, although it'll probably give me rads, but it's not anywhere near as green and murky as vanilla. And the splash, oh, it's not deep enough, but the splash will look a little bit more real. Ooh, what's this? I don't remember. I probably didn't go down this way last time. Let's see if I can make a splash. It's not deep enough. All right, let's not get too sidetracked. Which is basically the theme of playing this game, is getting sidetracked. Whoa. I hear bugs. I think this is my old house right here. Yeah, it is. Hey, robot.
As I live and breathe. Oh, it's really
Trying to put my weapon away. No? Am I allowed to put my weapon away?
leaving so soon.
I just don't want to talk to you with my gun out, that's all. No, you didn't say anything wrong. What's up, Codsworth?
Sir, oh, just tending the garden, sir. Though it is hard to be a green thumb when you lack the requisite digit, I'm afraid.
Oh, that was a dad joke.
My God, they did it. Those bastards really did it. Everything's dead.
Everything's dead? Ah, yes, the garden. The posies have been problematic, I admit. Ah, if only the missus were here to help. Where is she, by the by?
They killed her.
Sir, these things you're saying, these terrible things, I believe you need a distraction. Yes, a distraction to calm this dire mood.
Okay.
It's been ages since we've had a proper family activity. Checkers, or perhaps charades. Sean does so love that game. Is the lad with you?
Foot in mouth disease.
He's gone. God damn it. Someone took him. Someone stole my son.
It's worse than I thought. You're suffering from hunger-induced paranoia. Not eating properly for 200 years will do that, I'm afraid.
You are a little off the mark. 200 years? What? Are you? Or, no, it's not possible.
No. No, that's not possible. I wasn't out for that long. Not 200 years.
A bit over 210, actually, sir. Oh, give and take a little.
So if he went under when he was like
Rotation and some minor dings
30,
to the old
he's
chronometer.
240 years old.
That means you're 2 centuries late for dinner. Perhaps I can whip you up a snack? You must be famished.
Codsworth, you're acting a little bit weird.
A bit fucking weird.
What's wrong?
Oh, sir, it's been just horrible. 2 centuries with no one to talk to, no one to serve. I spent the first 10 years trying to keep the floors waxed, but nothing gets out nuclear fallout from vinyl wood. Nothing! And don't get me started about the futility of dusting a collapsed house. And the car! How do you polish rust?
Yeah.
Stop it. Get to the point.
I'm afraid I don't know anything, sir. The bombs came and all of you left in such a hurry. I thought for certain you and your family were dead. I did find this holotape. I believe the missus was going to present it to you as a surprise. But then, well, everything happened.
Give it to me.
Thank you, Codsworth.
You're welcome. Now, enough feelings. Shall we search the neighborhood together? Mrs. and young Shaw.
Uh-huh.
Sure.
All right. Lead the way.
I love that you can back out of the conversation. So right in the middle, and they'll still talk to you. Oh, sanctuary. So, do your work. Oh, does a lot of damage. This second highest difficulty, not the highest, but still. Got poison on me, taking damage over time right now.
Get the oil, eh? Wait, my senses are picking up movement in another house. Follow me.
Oh, I just want to start looting. It had bottle caps on it. A dead fly. Oh, is there anything in here? Oh, there's a safe right here, and it's Novus. I just need bobby pins. I'll come back for it. Where was I going? Oh, okay, here. So,
Sir, your family isn't here either. They're really gone, aren't they?
Happy? This whole thing was a waste of time.
I only wanted to help, sir, but maybe you could try and conquer. I've seen people in that area, and they're only slightly heavily armed.
You're just pointing me in a random direction.
Well, I'm afraid that's all I have. But you know best, sir. I'm sure you'll find young Sean, one way or another.
oh, that's what I get for being a dick. He just sort of hinted at Sean being dead. Alright, now here's the deal. I'm not going to Concord yet. I am going to take some time and mess around with Sanctuary. So I just got here, and I don't know what it is about getting here that does this to me every time, where I just sort of want to clean up the mess right away. So I will do the first bit with you guys, because this video isn't super long, but if it starts to get tedious, I might cut it off or fast forward it and just jump to me. Oh my god, I need another bobby pin so bad. Jump to me, cut to me being done. So what I do is I try to clean up Sanctuary, do some scrapping, and then I build the basic stuff that I think you need, and then I move on to Concord. But first, this build is going to require me being a bit of an idiot. And what I mean by that is this character is an idiot, and I want his first stat point, the free one that you get from this book here, to go on luck. Wait, luck? Yes, luck. Because now I have just enough luck for my first perk to be the Idiot Savant. So when I level up, that's what I'm going to take first. Since I have really low intelligence, I'm going to want some faster way of leveling, because for every point in intelligence, I think it's 10% faster leveling, something like that. And since I have no points in intelligence, it's a really slow way to level, whereas this will randomly give me a chance for faster XP. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Critical hits with unarmed and melee attacks permanently do 5% more damage. Well, we're melee this build, so that's perfect. Alright, so let's start by getting the workbench. Oh, I do want to show you something. Yes, that's fine. This is what I want to show you. This is probably the best part. So go to workbench mode and start scrapping. But look, I can scrap garbage now, like little trash. Oh, that's so nice. Like these bushes and stuff that get in the way. Can I do it with this bush here? Not everything, I guess. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to pause this video here, and I'll continue through the magic of editing. We'll come back and finish the video with me being finished scrapping. Be right back, guys. Quick interlude. I'm in the middle of scrapping the heck out of this town, but I wanted to stop because I found this house really interesting, and I thought I would share it with you because it has a computer and a safe with a trap and a bomb on it. So let's see what's in the safe. Ah, damn, I broke a vibe pin already. No, careful, no.
Yes.
So, I mean, yeah, money and pre-war money, so maybe that's a pre-war safe. Like, it's been here since before the war. Okay, let's read this ledger terminal. Oh, I gotta hack it. Yeah. Let's go with sets. No, zero likeness. Now, I didn't know this, but if you can find an open and a closed bracket on the same line, bracket or greater equal sign, bracket of any kind or greater equal sign, closed and then open on the same line without a word in the middle, it helps you hack. I'll show you what I mean when I find one. So for example, right here is open and close. I can click it and it gave me a dud removal. So one of the words here that was not the proper password. And this one unfortunately has a word in it, so it's not going to give it to me. And these are two different types of brackets, so it's not going to give that to me. Here's another one though, and here's another one though. And I think, oh, here we go. So that's all of them. Now I've got 3 more tries. I know that sets has no letters in the same positions as the actual word. So if the word has that, if a word I'm looking at has either any of these letters in this position, I know it's not my option. But I don't know anything else, so I'm gonna pick both. Sets and both are both non-options. So it ends at the T, and so does. Wait a minute. SETS. So it could be part. It has 2 like part. Now this is getting tough. PRT, so it doesn't have 2 like part, it doesn't have 2 like part, doesn't have 2. This one, no. This one does pain. I'm pretty sure that's it.
There we go.
That's how we figured it out. Okay, so this was interesting. We're in the business of happiness. Sanctuary Hills. Dr. Pietro. Totally high-strung and needs to relax. I keep telling him that, offering to help, but so far, no dice. By the look of this guy, he's self-medicating with pie. So he calls him fat. Baker. My favorite tinfoil hat-wearing nut job. Good for 7 ampules of day tripper a week. Guess he's a one a day kind of guy. Whatever helps the man groove. Rosa. Still trying to get her some buff out. Sorry guys. Didn't expect the rationing to affect this, but it is what it is. So this is post-war, but like barely post-war with rationing and stuff, I think. Johnny, he wants something called Psycho? I'm not sure the stuff even exists, and if it does, do I really want this Neanderthal using it? Guess it depends on how much he's willing to spend. I'll put some feelers out in my army connection, see what goes. So the army has Psycho? Russell. They still owe me for that last XL delivery. Occurred to me, was it even for them? Because, so help me God, if I find out they're juicing up those dogs, we're gonna have words about more than money. But we're probably beyond words anyway. I know they have a floor safe in there. I've seen it. Master bedroom, under the dresser. Can't be that tough to crack. Ooh. So this is some crazy drug dealer, and these are all the places, and random... Oh, but I wonder if that means that... Okay, so let's go to Concord and see what he says about Concord. O'Keefe. Still good for a couple of hits of Daddy-O this week. Pretentious, pseudo-intellectual asshole, but his money's good. Let's go with Williams. Wants Med-X as much as I can get. Hasn't told me why. Not really in business. Guessing there's some sort of long-term pain management going on. Disease? And Anders. Kids are usually a no-go, but this girl's got style and she's not interested in getting tweaked. Ordered 20 blood packs, some Halloween stunt or something. Or hell, maybe she's really a vampire. What do I care? She's got her daddy's money. Okay, so I was hoping it would tell me that there was like something you could loot in, because clearly it told me there's a floor safe somewhere on Sanctuary Hill. I'm not going to read all the rest, but I thought this was interesting, so I thought I would show that to you. And then I think I saw it out back. Okay, escape tab. There we go. Out back was a... Yeah, a chemistry station. Clearly a drug dealer. Anyway, I'm not done with all of the scrapping yet, so we'll be back shortly. See you in a bit. Hi guys. Well, I said I'd be back, and I am. But you'll notice something. I'm taking up all of the screen space. I'm not in the game right now. My clothes has changed. I'm wearing different headphones. And this guy, Mike here, has taken up some space too. Well, this is a little bit later than the filming of that episode 2. And while putting episode 2 together, I lost half an hour, either to a corrupt file or some kind of transcoding issue, or maybe I didn't record it properly in the first place. It's hard to say, I'm kind of new at this. So I thought I would give you an up-to-date, tell you what you're missing before we just scoot on into the next video or the end of this video. And also a couple thoughts I wanted to share with you. So before I get into what happened, today I set up my new mic stand, which was a lot of fun. Actually, it means that you can hear me a little bit better. My microphone is not on the desk, so it's not getting feedback from all of the tapping. You'll still hear the clicking because I have a mechanical keyboard and a gaming mouse, but that's nothing I can avoid. But when setting up this microphone stand, it collapsed on me and smashed my hand. Yeah, it actually pinched a vein and sent a little bit of blood. So I cleaned it up and I came back to it. Anyway, what happened in that in that half hour? Well, I finished a bit of an overview of how I was setting up Sanctuary. That garage, driveway really, across from my house where the workbench is, you can't move the workbench, so I like to set up all my other benches around there. So I was just showing you that. The doghouse, and I put some generators on the roof because I don't want them to be in the way in the future, but I need power. And I did some basic building. Just instead of, I think the game wants you to build a little later, but I do it right away. So as soon as I get to Sanctuary, I tend to really get a little bit OCD about the scrap everywhere. So I run around the whole block and I scrapped everything that I could. And as I think I mentioned in the previous video that I was going to do this right before the break. And then I came back and I started building the basic necessities that I knew I would need for when I came back to Sanctuary after the first, let's call it set piece. The first bit of action that we run into. The first real bit of action that we run into. In Concord, which you're about to see after this video with me right now. Then what did I do? Oh yeah, after that setup I headed towards Concord. I just didn't make it there. I found the Red Rocket gas station, and hanging outside the Red Rocket gas station was a dog, a puppy, a beautiful, well not a puppy, I call all dogs puppy, but a beautiful Australian cattle dog. You'll notice I didn't say German Shepherd. That's right, I changed him. So this dog and I, we took a look around and cleaned up some of the stuff that we think we could take. I'm not really sure what he thought. But anyway, I salvaged the gas station and all of a sudden I heard a noise. And it was a grumbling, ground shaking noise. And these really disgusting, large, like hairless mole rats attacked us from underground. We made short work of them. It was a pretty gruesome mess. I wish you could have seen it. It was really gross. And then I skinned them and took their meat because, you know, you should do that to wildlife in an apocalypse, post-apocalypse. So we skinned them and took a look around and started to head towards Concord proper. But I noticed a computer desk, a terminal. And so I looked at the terminal and logged into it. I didn't have to hack. And there were some interesting things going on there. The company, Red Rocket, was congratulating this particular location for having a cleanliness award, for being one of the cleanest locations possible. And I don't know, it didn't seem super important, but it was there and it was written, so I read through it. And then the last log was an email between two employees, the boss and the underling, at this location. And the email said, it reminded me of the fact that everything has fusion power in this universe. So that means that everything has some kind of nuclear runoff. So it's very dangerous, a lot of radiation. And I guess that's probably why they were so excited about the award for being very clean, because probably every gas station has nuclear waste, which is kind of weird when you think about it. And then the email to employees said, look, I need you to make sure that you get rid of all of the waste before the next inspection. We've won this award for cleanliness and we want to keep it that way. I'm paraphrasing here, but he also said, what's the use of having a cave underneath the Red Rocket if we're not going to use it? So immediately I knew, great, there's a place I need to explore before I move on to Concord. And I started looking for the entrance to this cave, and the dog and I found it. So we went into the cave and heard some grumbling noises, so we snuck around and we saw really messy stuff, and also a plant I'd never seen before. It looked like a fungus, like a mushroom, but it also looked like a brain. And when I went up to click on it, I found out it was called brain fungus, and it made a really gross squishing noise when I picked it. And so I picked the brain fungus and heard that grumbling noise and noticed there were more mole rats, a rabid one which was bigger and meaner and uglier looking than the ones we fought before. We fought it. It's fine. And in exploring the cave, we found a few random things. But I saw off in a corner, in a little nook of the cave, a yellow, important-looking fusion core. I was kind of hoping you could see one on the desk to the right here, right next to the Pip-Boy. You can see it lying down and one lying upwards. Basically, I saw one of those. And right next to it, a barrel with the radiation sign on it. So I knew I didn't want to go near it because I didn't want to get radiated. And I tried something that I hadn't tried before, which was I asked the dog to fetch it. And he seemed fine with it. He grabbed it, brought it over to me, dropped it. And I noticed that the dog does an excited thing when it finds something for you. Now, real dogs do this too. When they're excited, they'll bounce back and forth on their front paws, wag their tail, and look at you. That's exactly what he did, and it almost broke my heart a little bit. I'm a big dog fan, and I lost my dog this last summer, after 13 years, so I really like the dog in this game, and if I could have him around all the time, I probably would. Also, if I could put a black pug skin on him, I would do it, although it'd probably look weird. He'd be like a giant pug. That was the kind of dog I lost. So anyway, we got the fusion core, and we started heading towards Concord, not Concord. And it started to rain, and I got my first experience with the True Storms mod, and it was wonderful. The rain sounded real and heavy. It wasn't a storm, there was no lightning or thunder or loud noises, but it was definitely a more interesting, a more felt, a more audible rain, which was great. And also a bit more visual. And that's where we're going to pick up. Either at the end of this video if I don't feel like this is long enough, or at the beginning of the next video. Now if it picks up at the end of this video and I'm saying hello like it's the beginning of an episode, just ignore me. Although if it doesn't end up that way, this is me saying the end of this episode will be coming up very shortly when we're done this chat. So that's pretty much it. The only other thing I wanted to do was give you a bit of a treat of what's to come. So I've got about 20 hours of this game recorded, and I will be finishing it before I move on to another game, and it will take a very long time, I think, because I like to take my time with these games. But I wanted to give you an idea of what I think my next playthrough is going to be as well. Probably Witcher 3, maybe Pillars of Eternity, possibly Divinity Original Sin, and you never know, maybe even Fallout 3. So these are all role-playing games. They're the ones I love, and they're the ones that you should expect to see me play in the future. I'm also thinking of making a My Thoughts video here and there, something like this, only on its own. And I may introduce you to a camera person who's going to be doing some videoing for me in a more professional setting afterwards too. So all that stuff is to come in the future. Thank you very much for taking this time to let me talk to you. And let's continue on to the next video, or to the end of this video. Either way, this is me, QuiteGoneJin, saying thank you kindly, and have a great day.